So what in your mind represents a working system that, both allows landholders to keep their businesses afloat and also achieves the aims of protecting species and providing carbon sinks and all of that sort of good stuff? What system works?
Well, without taking away all regulation, which obviously is not going to happen, I imagine a system where you agree with the department or whoever's currently the monitor of and the manager
Yeah.
of the tree clearing, that you come to an agreement about what you can and can't do. Now, as you can imagine, that's a very resource intensive idea. Like in 2013, they raised the concept of area management plans. So it was like, would have been the whole Central West, say.
Yep.
With similar, not the same, but similar ecosystems.
Yep.
And that was going to, once agreed, you could proceed for 10 years and know that you could plan economically how to keep your country viable over 10 years. Now, I don't think that went anywhere, but,
No. Yep.
I guess it's the old thing, like any situation where you are governed by political laws, that the next person who comes along, the next minister says, oh, I don't quite like what's happening, let's bring in a new. And sometimes if it's about regulation, you have no ability to debate it even.
Yep.
Because the regulations just go straight through Parliament. So I couldn't suggest an ideal system. I'd probably have to think about that. But, certainly agreed. The other thing is, I think there are two other things. Like one is, and I think some of this is coming through recent funds that have been set up, that, to manage country well involves money. So again, like stewardships, financial assistance. The other bit with the carbon was people locking up areas of land and being paid for the loss of productivity. I think the other thing too is probably a little more subtle, but it's also the fact that that we certainly felt that, like, developers on the coast were able to clear koala habitat.
Yeah.
And do not talking about Toondah Harbour particularly at this stage, but like there seemed to be an imbalance between what was happening in some areas because of population pressure to other areas because there's not many people west of the Divide or up on the Cape. So I think you just have to, like, it's a very complex situation. Almost as if you've gone from a state where people valued agriculture and agricultural production to really it's not very important. And I think that psychologically has been a very unhelpful change too.